Who would have thought that Tom Brady and Roger Goodell would be so close after everything that happened between them? Well, their relationship has taken an unexpected turn, and the reason behind it will surprise a lot of people. The legendary number 12 continues to leave his mark on the NFL, but in a very different way now. One that requires special attention behind the scenes. And that's not all. A Buccaneers icon made a strong statement about the team's situation and exposed a problem that could jeopardize the 2025 season. The warning was clear, and the team needs to act fast. Don't miss any details, and make sure to like the video to support the channel. Roger Goodell and Tom Brady may have had their disagreements in the past, but nowadays the NFL commissioner and the GOAT have a very different relationship. Since retiring, Brady has kept himself busy. And of course, still deeply involved with the league. He became a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, ventured into multiple business endeavors, and this year he's completing his first season as a Fox commentator with a 10-year contract already in hand. And who better to comment on the Super Bowl than a guy who practically lived in that game? With 7 rings and a ton of experience, Brady has been a key figure in the broadcast. But balancing his roles as a team owner and an NFL commentator isn't simple, and he's been in frequent contact with Goodell to ensure everything is done properly. Tom has been incredibly professional. He calls me all the time and asks, "Am I doing this right?" Goodell revealed. I think he takes this separation between his roles very seriously, making sure he doesn't put the league or anyone else in a tough position. Brady may have left the field, but he remains one of the most influential figures in the NFL. Whether in the broadcast booth, the Raiders front office, or even behind the scenes with Goodell, the impact of the legendary number 12 is still massive. Did you ever imagine Brady and Goodell would have this kind of relationship? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, speaking of impact in the NFL, a former BUCS player issued a serious warning about the team's future and made it clear what needs to change immediately. Gerald McCoy has no doubts about what the Buccaneers need to fix to stay competitive in 2025, a legitimate edge rusher. The former All-Pro defensive tackle shared his opinion during an interview on The Drive with WDAE, and as a former defensive player, it's no surprise his perspective leans toward that side of the ball. He mentioned both cornerback and pass rusher as key needs, but was clear about which one is more urgent. You could argue that corner or edge rusher is the biggest offseason need, but our top 4 sack leaders were 3 interior rushers and Levante David. You need someone who can win one-on-one off the edge, McCoy said. If the Bucs had what they needed, they wouldn't have brought in Shaq Barrett late in the year before the playoffs. This isn't a knock on the guys we have, it's just reality. And he's right. Tampa Bay's edge rush was almost non-existent in 2024. The most productive edge rusher was Yaya Diaby, who only managed 4.5 sacks. Even worse, 4 players who don't even play the position recorded more sacks than him. This makes it clear that the Bucs desperately need someone who can pressure the quarterback from the outside. The big question now is what the franchise will do in the draft. If a talented pass rusher is available in the first round, the choice seems obvious. But if an elite cornerback is on the board, the Bucs might strengthen the secondary first. Either way, McCoy has made his point. If Tampa wants to improve his defense, it urgently needs a player who can dominate off the edge. If Tampa Bay doesn't fix this issue, they can forget about competing with the top teams in 2025. McCoy's analysis makes perfect sense, and the franchise has a crucial decision ahead. Will they get it right? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest updates on your team.